Hello and welcome to a humble Highland home. Thank you so much for joining me here today. I'm making my morning wee wander a productive one today as I'm heading into the village to post a Christmas card. I like to make the use of our rural services as much as I can, as if we don't use them, we will eventually lose them. And I think we've already lost too many local amenities already in favour of larger corporations or online services. As Christmas quickly approaches, we are taking more steps to slowly simplify things and take the pressure off ourselves. So I am slowly but productively going about my day, doing all the things that I need to do. Before I add any Christmas decorations, it's important for me to have a good tidy up and a pre-Christmas clean. I love sitting out here in this sheltered spot away from all the weathers. We have a basket of an assortment of cushions and cosy blankets to wrap up in and to sit out even when the temperatures drop and we're surrounded by ice and snow. Just sitting here with a good book, a cosy blanket, a steaming hot chocolate, listening to the sound of the burn running and the birds singing, and surrounded by the solid stone walls of the cottage. It's very earthing to be surrounded by so many natural and tactile elements. And this is why it's important to me to try and keep this area clutter-free and clean. It doesn't always work, as the back door area has been a very productive place over the past few years, but it is going to see a few changes in the new year as we move all our wood and kindling into the new log store and I repurpose the old log store at the back door. This should allow this space to open up a little bit more and to find its new identity. I attended a local community wreath making event recently, which turned out to be more of a very welcome social gathering over a common interest. I packed up all the things I needed to make a simple Christmas wreath, and I immersed myself in the atmosphere, the conversation and laughs with my fellow community members. I'm very happy with the simplicity of this wreath that I made, but I also would like another one for the front door of the cottage too. More and more, I try to use what I have available to me rather than mindless purchasing. We decided that our Christmas decorations are going to be less this year, as we don't want to add too much that our little kittens will find too enticing, and we aim to create an atmosphere of calm rather than overstimulation. So we won't be having a Christmas tree inside, as our cats climb trees for fun, so it wouldn't be fair to expect them not to inside the house. There are many different flora and fauna that I could forage for in the garden for my Christmas wreath. However, I was very happy with the simplicity of the conifer and the laurel on the first Christmas wreath, so I hope to emulate that for the second one. There are many different bases that can be used for a wreath ring. This one is made from willow that I had gifted about 5 years ago now. I have decorated and pulled it apart many times over the years, and I hope it's got many years left in it yet. But eventually it will be returned to the ground via the compost bin, and I will make a new one from some new growth from our willows. So over this time, nothing has gone to waste, and even the wire that holds everything on is carefully stored, ready to be used again. I tried these orange slices last year using the dehydrator. I have tried to dry oranges in a low heat in the oven, only to end up forgetting about them, and they ended up in like charcoal. But they can be done if you keep an eye on them. I collect pine cones throughout the year, either off our driveway or when I've been out walking in the woods. I save the best of the pine cones for craft projects or for Christmas, and any pine cones that are past the best I usually use as fire lighters, as long as they've been dried well. Last Christmas we were gifted a beautiful Christmas cake, which we decided to keep for this Christmas. We know and fully appreciate the time, the money and the effort that has gone into making this Christmas cake, which makes it even more special. Most months throughout the year, or when I've remembered, I've been adding a wee drizzle of brandy to the Christmas cake. This is going to be its last drizzle before it's decorated on Christmas Eve. This has been a tradition that we have, that Adam always decorates our Christmas cake on Christmas Eve. I will be advising any of our guests that enjoy a piece of our Christmas cake of the alcohol content before they consume it. It's been one of my traditions over the years that I try to make Christmas presents wherever I can. I have a couple of presents that I'm hoping to make with the help of my trusty sewing machine, and I'm hoping that Adam will be able to make a couple of things in the garage. I was looking for some Hessian material, forgetting that I'd actually used it last year to make my grandchildren's advent calendar, but this Hessian sack will work just as well for this project. I have a few boxes of mixed materials, some of which are ex-samples and some are left over from other projects. But as a craft person, I do love a good box of material. I do have a colour scheme in mind for this project, with the person in mind that I'm making it for. I also thought I had a template that I would have to work off, but I haven't, so I'm going to have to be inventive and make my own. If time allows, I will share the gifts that we're making in another video. So these are a few things that we are doing to use what we have to protect our time and to simplify our festive period. By slowing down and simplifying things really can be more productive in the long run. And remember, it's okay to say no thank you. It's okay not to go to all the events, and to simplify the financial, the emotional and the physical pressures that we can put on ourselves at this time of year. So I'm kind of giving myself the gift of peace of mind by looking after myself, and you looking after yourself. You can also look after others, as you don't know who is looking to you as a role model. So with this in mind, I thank you so much for being here with me today. Take care of yourself and others, and I'll see you in the next video.